mistook for stress. Picture this, you come home, the house has a different silence. You check your phone, and a message from a friend lights up the screen. Hey man, you okay? I saw something. Your stomach drops. The world tilts on its axis. The evidence, when you find it, isn't a smoking gun. It's a pattern, a series of deleted texts, a new password, a distance in her eyes you mistook for stress. You've been told it was a mistake, that you grew apart, that she wasn't happy. But what I'm about to tell you, my friend, is that the physical act of betrayal was not the beginning of the end. It was the final catastrophic symptom, the funeral for a relationship that had been dying a slow, silent death long before you ever sensed a problem. The affair, that was just the burial. To understand this, you must first discard the lie you've been sold. This was never about a drive for sexual novelty. That is the male demon, one we understand all too well. No, the female infidelity mechanism is far more strategic, far more devastating. It is rooted in a primal, hardwired imperative: hypergamy, the instinctual drive to seek a superior provider. But you've been sold a cartoon version of this. It's not just about money or status. At its core, it's about the quality of the container. A woman's emotional energy is a storm, beautiful, chaotic, and powerful. She's biologically programmed to seek a vessel that can hold that storm, a rock that remains unshaken. When she feels her container is cracked, leaking, or worse, made of sand, her unconscious mind begins to scan for granite. She isn't just looking for a new man, she is looking for a new anchor. So how does this silent scan begin? It starts with the dismantling of what I call the emotional scaffolding. Think of her attraction, her loyalty, as a structure built on pillars: respect for your strength, trust in your judgment, safety in your emotional stability. Now, picture a man, let's call him Mark. Mark comes home from a job he tolerates, drained. His wife shares a problem, and he offers a solution to end the conversation, not to connect. He stops leading, stops planning adventures. He seeks comfort in her instead of offering a world for her to join. He becomes reactive, anxious over small things. The pillars of the scaffold begin to splinter, with every minor complaint met with defensiveness, every moment of her stress met with his anxiety, every decision deferred. A silent ledger is kept, not out of malice, but out of a deep, unconscious survival instinct. Her brain's dopamine system, which once lit up with the thrill of your competence, now goes dark. The neurological reward for being with you simply stops. The withdrawal is not a decision, it's a biological shutdown. This process is not invisible. It leaves traces. If you know where to look, you can see the ghost of your relationship before it's even gone. First, the death of the debrief. She stops telling you about the small, insignificant details of her day, the funny thing her coworker said, the annoyance at the grocery store. This is the first and most critical sign. She has stopped depositing her emotional currency into your shared account. Second, the criticism shift. It moves from "I wish you'd pick up your socks" to "you are so irresponsible." The complaint is no longer about an action, it's an indictment of your character. The respect pillar is crumbling. Third, the withdrawal of nurturing. The home-cooked meals stop. The spontaneous back rubs vanish. Her touch becomes functional, not affectionate. She is subconsciously conserving energy she no longer believes you are worthy of holding. Fourth, the independent spiral. She suddenly has a new hobby, a new group of friends, a late work project, a part of her life that is hermetically sealed from you. This isn't self-improvement, it's a life raft being prepared. Let me give you a scenario. David notices his wife Sarah has started going to yoga every night. He thinks, great, she's getting healthy. He doesn't see that it's her escape from the emotional stagnation of their home. He doesn't see the instructor, a man who embodies a calm, centered strength that David has forgotten he needs to project. The affair doesn't start in a hotel room. It starts on that yoga mat, in the quiet relief she feels being away from the man he has become. And who is there to bless this silent departure? The world she lives in. Modern therapy culture whispers in her ear, your happiness is the ultimate moral imperative. It pathologizes normal relationship friction as toxic, and frames the difficult, masculine work of building something lasting as oppressive. The romantic novels and films she consumes sell her a lie, that love is a feeling to be followed, not a commitment to be forged. So when the flame fades, as it inevitably does, she is told she is in the wrong place. She is not taught that the flame must be tended. She is told to find a new fire. And when the collapse finally happens, the narrative is already written. He must have neglected her. He must not have been enough. The system absolves her of the betrayal and places the carcass of the relationship at your feet, brother. You are expected to carry the weight of a sin you only have committed. There is a point of no return. It's not the first kiss. It's the moment her emotional connection to the idea of the other man surpasses the dying embers of her connection to you. The other man offers no solutions. He offers only a mirror for the parts of herself that she feels are lost. He listens not because he is a better man, but because he has no history with her. He's a blank canvas onto which she can project the ideal you once were. When she crosses that line, the affair is a formality. The relationship you had is already dead. The man you discover in the texts, the lies, the betrayal, he is not the cause. He is the vulture circling a corpse. And now we arrive at the bitter pill, the truth that will either break you or forge you into something new. She did not cheat because of the other man. She cheated because of the man you had become. The other man was merely a symptom of a vacuum of leadership, of purpose, of unwavering frame you allowed to form. You were not replaced by a person. You were replaced by a feeling, the feeling of safety, of respect, of stability that she once felt with you, and that you, through complacency, through a slow surrender of your own sovereignty, let erode. You built the cage, and then you handed her the key. So now what? Do you crumble? Do you seek revenge? That is the path of the boy. The man chooses a different path, the path of radical self-accountability. This is not about taking blame for her actions. She made her choice. This is about conducting a ruthless autopsy on your own role in the collapse. Where did you get comfortable? Where did you outsource your happiness to her? Where did you forget your mission? The solution is not to find a new woman. The solution is to become a new man, to reclaim your sovereignty. Your mission, your frame, your purpose, these are non-negotiable. They're the mountain you must become, immovable by the storms of any relationship. Become the unshakable object, the rock, the man who is complete unto himself. A woman's presence in your life then becomes a welcome addition, a beautiful bonus, but not the source of your worth. That must come from within. This betrayal is a fire. You can let it consume you, or you can use its destructive heat to forge a version of yourself that is immune to this kind of collapse. A man of purpose, a man of frame, a man who understands that the ultimate prevention for betrayal is not a tighter leash.